What up, YouTube Alayx? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today we have an exciting one. We have a matchup featuring a race from the SC Evo Complete mod, the Brood War Terran, going up against a race from the Scion Custom Races mod, the Xayid. So if you're new to my channel and you're looking at this race thinking, where is the creep? What is this? This isn't the Zerg. Fret not. You are not crazy. This is not the Zerg. This is the Xayid. It's a Zerg adjacent sort of race. Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning on the top right-hand side of the map, it's our green Xayid player Relax, going up against his opponent. Spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map, it's our yellow Brood War Terran player You. Now, big shout out to you, you the player. Obviously, you guys too, of course. Big shout out to you guys, but big shout out to you as well. For a while, he was a Grandmaster level player from Australia. I don't know if that's still the case. He took a break for quite a while. He used to be a very prolific custom StarCraft 2 player, and then I think life happened, went to college, went to school. I'm not entirely sure, but took a bit of a break. Anyway, it's great to see him back. He used to submit replays to me all the time, or at least to the Discords, and then I would take them. But yeah, so it's great to see that he is submitting more replays because the games that he has given me have always been incredible. Now, as we can see, Relax is going for an expansion, and for those of you who are new to my channel, although the Xayid look a lot like the Zerg, they play a little bit of an in-between, kind of like the Terran and the Zerg. So, as you can see, the Scavenger is building continuously. They don't mutate into buildings, and also their macro come from 3 structures, but those 3 structures do have larvae. So it's really interesting. Now, we have the roamers running across the map. This is a great opener for Relax. The roamers have a great scouting ability called Scour that gives them vision in an area for 10 seconds, as we can see. Now, that green ball that they shot is attackable. You can actually engage with that and deny scouting if you're able to destroy this the Scour ability. But as we can see, Relax is not scared at all. Got pushed away by those Marines. But the circle here that we can see, this is vision for the Xayid player, and it also gives them high ground vision, which is really good if you're trying to engage some units on a ramp, for example, if you had more roamers. Right now, 2 roamers versus 3 Marines. I think the Marines would probably win, especially with this Vulture support. Relax, realizing, hey, maybe I should go home or maybe I should attack. Either way, he will see that there is a Vulture on the map. So can expect some mech coming from his Terran opponent. You is trying to engage with this, but we also have the Prowler. The Prowler is kind of like a spellcasting unit. It drops kind of it's actually kind of similar to the Vulture in some ways. It drops Acid Nest instead of Spider Mines. Oh, and one of the Acid Nests actually proccing, destroying a Vulture. Now, the Acid Nests, obviously, they don't jump and run like a Spider Mine does. But this is vision, as well as some pain for the Terran player to deal with. Now the Mendling's really cool. I believe it shoots up and down. Yes, it does. So it not only heals units, as its name suggests, but it also shoots up and down. So one thing about the Scion Custom Races is that a lot of their support units, or some of their support units at the very least, also attack. So there is a fixer for the Terran equivalent, the Genetron, for the Scion Custom Races, and it also shoots. I don't know if it shoots up and down. I think it does. Man, it's been so long since we've done a cast featuring the Scion Custom Races. I'm actually forgetting stuff. That is embarrassing. Either way, I know it attacks. Oh, another hit on these Vultures. I would get maybe like a Raven or something. I'd get something that would give me vision at this point, because I know Acid Nests are on the field. Why would I not get vision? So we'll see if you opts to do that. Actually, I just realized we didn't have the production tab open. Now we do. So some siege tanks on the way. A scan thrown down at base number 3. The siege tank will be sieging up as well. The Spider Mines are on the field. Oh, man. Another hit on these Vultures. These Prowlers doing a lot of work, and here's a Prowler caught way out of position. Will it go down? I think it will. No way it survives. It actually survives. The Mendling's able to save it. You overextending just a little bit, losing 2 more Vultures. The 3rd Vulture finally going down. There is an Eroder on the field as well. The Eroder is an anti-armor unit, which is going to do great against these tanks. So a great response from Relax, realizing, hey, look, there's mech on the field. I better get some eroders and take care of that. And yes, he did. Oh, this is romantic. Look, we have a spider mine and an acid nest right next to each other, and they actually don't even know that they're next to each other because they don't have detection. That's actually kind of hilarious. I do like the use of spider mines though from our yellow Terran player. Meanwhile, base number 3 finishing up about half saturated. No base number 3 yet for our yellow Terran player, although we do have that third command center, but it's possible Yu doesn't want to move out until he feels safe, and this is looking really scary actually. What do we have here? A Reviler as well. I believe this is more of an anti-air unit, so it's a ranged attacker. Let's take a look at what it does. So range 6, damage 18, air and ground, that's about it. So does have a Battle Frenzy ability as well, which is not researched. We'll take a look at that in a moment once it does get researched. Taking a look at the production tab, Battle Frenzy is not being researched, but Xayid ground attacks level 1, and actually no, sorry, Battle Frenzy is being researched. I thought this was an attack upgrade as well, so let's take a look at what Battle Frenzy does. Okay, here it is. Attack speed increased by 8% each time they attack. The attack speed bonus maxes at 64% and lasts 4 seconds. Continued attacks will refresh the duration. Oh, really cool. So this is almost like a passive ability, I think. Very sick. Anyway, looks like base number 3 finally down for for the Terran player. These vultures taking a moment to appreciate the command center. All went nose first into this thing. A lot of spider mines here as well. A couple siege tanks sieged up. So I think Yu is feeling pretty safe. Meanwhile, oh, here we go. The Massilisk. I love this thing, dude. So this, I guess, is our Ultralisk equivalent, but it plays way differently than an Ultralisk. So while it's unsieged, while it's unburrowed, it has like a short-range ground attack. So range 3, damage 40. Pretty crazy. But we also have a hunkered form. So the hunkered form sieges this thing, renders it immobile, and then it attacks air units instead. So really cool. We probably won't see that hunker ability considering there's basically no air units to speak of, or actually literally no air units to speak of for our yellow Terran player. Another Reviler here. Kind of deviating from the crowd, but finding his way. Meanwhile, these vultures running into base number 3. How many workers killed, actually? 6 workers killed for, I think that was about 6 vultures. That isn't necessarily an ideal trade, but nonetheless, great to see you trying to do some economic harassment. Oh, the spider mine actually not destroying that prowler. Oh, man. Okay, those ones did. But that took a lot of spider mines to kill one unit. Either way, though, giving some idea of what Relax is up to for the yellow Terran player. Taking a look at the units, actually, what do we have going on? So 62 SCVs to, where are the scavengers? Here they are, 64 scavengers, so a relatively even worker count. Taking a look at what else we have on the production tab. That scavenger nest, I think this is base number 4. Yep, base number 4 finishing up for the green Xayid player as well. The Goliaths here chilling. Now, the Goliaths, I feel like they kind of shine with anti-air, but there isn't really a lot of air for the Xayid player. But the Farians, oh wow, okay, interesting. So there's a Massilisk in this variant. So the Farian is like a detection dropship, so it doubles as your detector and also a dropship, which is really nice for utility. So you know, if you need detection, you build the Farian, and then you have a dropship consequently as a result of that, which is really nice. Now, both players are kind of moving out at the same exact time. One scan right here, right before Relax actually moved out. So this scan might give you a false sense of security. We shall see. He's still positioned pretty well to take the engagement on the right-hand side. We'll see if that's what happens. Meanwhile, Farian is kind of deviating from the crowd. Here it is with, what are these? Revilers. Okay, so we might see a drop from our from our green Xayid player. Meanwhile, 14 workers now killed. I missed this on the minimap. These vultures on hold position. It looks like Relax may have missed this as well. Finally moving back to engage these vultures, but the vultures, man, so fast with those upgrades will be able to drive away the ion thrusters, increasing their movement speed by 50%. Really, really good upgrade. And here it is, the Reviler drop. Now 6 workers killed by the green player. The siege tanks unsieged, chasing these things around, and there's also an engagement in the middle of the map at the same time. The mass list going down. This is so many siege tanks, dude. Relax realizing that he can't engage this, but 20 workers now killed by these Revilers. They are just being left completely unchecked in the main base for the yellow player. Meanwhile, Yu is not moving out at all. And here we go. It looks like they will finally get cleaned up. I think Relax has his eyes on a different part of the map, losing virtually everything here, but they did their work. 20 workers killed. Let's take a look at the worker supply. 46 SCVs to 66 scavengers, so a worker supply lead for our green Xayid player. Now, these siege tanks are positioned in a way that is really hard for Relax to do anything about them in the middle of the map. I mean, both ramps were kind of shut down, but you finally moving away, giving Relax some breathing room, dare I say, giving him some time to relax. You know, maybe I should delete my channel now. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. That was a pun that made me physically cringe. I had some pain with that one, but it's okay. We're here. We survived. We survived. I like the placement of the mines on the left-hand side, but it doesn't really look like Relax is bothering with that anyway. He's like, hey, you know, there's some mines there that I really just don't mess with right now. I almost said something not safe for work. It's cool. Okay, but this is also kind of an exposed base. Where is the army for the green player, actually? Okay, I mean, the total supply is virtually even. Virtually identical, actually, for both players. 125 to 126 total supply, but where is the army located? I mean, kind of in the middle of the map, and it looks like base, what is this, number 6 or something, will definitely go down. This bile pit, which is static defense for the Xayid player, will be utterly destroyed. And now this base will ultimately go down, but will also give Relax some time to react to this. These siege tanks are unsieged, though. Sieging up, but great reaction time for our green Xayid player, moving back just before they finished. Now, we do have the Spitters, which have a pretty decent range, and they also have splash damage, which is really nice, as we just witnessed. So they basically shoot these acid balls, and one really cool thing about the Spitter is when it dies, it also explodes and does more damage. What is this? Oh, a science vessel. Interesting. Flying towards the back of the army, actually. Now, Relax, it seems like he doesn't necessarily know what to do. I mean, this army, it's a siege army, right? So typically when you're going against a siege army, you don't really want to engage when it's all deployed like this. So what you would do is you just move to a different part of the map and do something to force the Terran player to move out of position. But I don't know. It looks like Relax really doesn't want to give up this space, and I understand that. I understand why he wouldn't really move out necessarily. So he's going to go for a full commit into these tanks, actually. With the Spitter support, might actually be able to push the Terran army away. Great decision-making by Relax, taking out the entire army for the yellow Terran player. I don't know if I would have had the balls to do that, but Relax clearly does. And this is a huge pickup. He wants to go for the counter, which is exactly what it looks like he's doing. If you take out the entire army of your opponent, don't let them rebuild. Go for the attack right away. I've lost many games by not capitalizing on that. A bit of a graphical glitch here. Wait a minute. Do you guys see this? Interesting. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because we have an engagement at base number 3. Yu is trying to keep this thing alive. He does have some siege tanks with the support of the spider mines, and it looks like Relax is kind of getting spread a little bit thin here, realizing that this is too much to deal with, and running back home has to reinforce that army, but he's right next to another base, and he has no idea. Oh, man. Yu is holding his breath, dude. Oh, there's no way it doesn't get spotted. Yep, here it is. So Relax seeing this will definitely try to attack this. These vultures will not be able to do much against this army. The siege tanks moving out, though. Sieging up on the high ground. This is a good position for you, but a little bit close to this army, unfortunately. A lot of vultures on the back of this engagement will also go down. The science vessels kind of floating around with no army to help out. That command center does go down. Now it looks like the natural base location is in jeopardy. We have a rogue command center here in the middle as well. That's hilarious. Irradiate on some of these Xayid units, but this might be too much for our yellow Terran player to handle. We'll see. Did these Marines ever leave this bunker? I don't think they did. They had the easiest job this entire game. Unfortunately, they will most assuredly go down, and yes, they do. Rest in peace, Marines. You throwing out the GG, giving the victory to Relax. What a sick custom matchup. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email and Discord in the description below. Go ahead and send them over, and I'll see you guys on the next one.